No fucking tie today. No tie. That's how I'm feeling. No tie. Especially that I can't get. Hold on one second. Let me just do something real quick. I should have Keem on here. Jesus Christ. Hold on one second. You'll wait with me 1 second. Oh, wait with me 1 second live. All right. There we go. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are experiencing technical difficulties. I knew this would fucking happen. I knew this would happen. What's going on though? I'm glad that a lot of you guys survived and shit. Hold on 1 second. If I say that ah, ah, ah. Welcome back to crypto, I guess. If you weren't around this weekend, it was absolutely ugly. It was absolutely, truly ugly. A lot of people are freaking out. I think a lot of people left. Honestly speaking, I think a lot of people left. I think a lot of people said adios. Fuck this. You know, been buying as much as they can, and then all of a sudden that shit happens over the weekend. I'm telling you, man, people were DMing me. I was DMing with people, and they were like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm out. Hold on, I'm just trying to set everything up. I hate doing things on the fly. No tie, though. No tie. No tie. No tie. And I know. It's 12:24. I know. Don't remind me. It's 12:24. 12:24. That's right. 12:24. Let me just set everything up, though. I'm trying to set everything up. Give me a second. I am trying to set everything up here. Fuck. Why is this like? Why today? Out of all days, the screens and everything were working. Why today do you pick a day? Why today do you pick a day? By the way, friend, are you finally a moderator here or no, or it didn't work? Let's see. Frank can go ahead and answer me back. This is crazy today, man. This is fucking insanity. It didn't work? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do to go ahead and get this to work, man? Man, what do I gotta do, man? Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna try to do something to fix my stuff here. Welcome to the breakdown, though. This kind of feels like the weekend. Like this absolutely feels like what's been happening. You know what? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just try to fix this up. Hold on. Hold on. I really, ah! My bad. I added you as a moderator. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break my desk. I am going to break my desk. I am literally going to break my desk. I am so close. I am so close to breaking my desk. Fran, are you now a moderator or no? I made you a moderator. It says add moderator. Added. Okay. Added you. I did. I clicked the three dots. I have clicked the three dots, man. That's weird. All right, listen, we'll try this. We'll try this at the end of the show. We'll go ahead and try. I promise we'll go ahead and get this figured out. We'll get this all situated. Oh my lord. I didn't even get to say the opening lines to the goddamn show. I didn't get to do anything today. I really didn't get to do shit. I didn't get to go ahead and rant about shit. I'm tight right now, man. I am tight. I am absolutely I am pissed off. I wasn't even pissed off at like I wasn't even this pissed off when like the markets were going down yesterday. By the way, why was everybody fucking crying? Oh my god, it's all going down. The markets are going down. My lord. The markets. Help. The markets are going down. Somebody save me. You know, no one who's holding real assets were crying. Not a single person holding real assets were crying. I know that for sure. Like, not a single person that was holding something legitimate was crying. Not a single person. I know that. I know that in my heart. I'm raging today. Holy crap. I don't got no tie today. Okay. I said, you know what? I'm putting on a blazer. Putting on a sports blazer. I'm coming on here today. We're going to talk about the markets on Monday. Okay. We'll talk about everything that happened over the weekend. By the way, episode 659. Let's get it started already. Okay. One of the greatest shows on the planet that starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and runs until 2. Okay. Sponsored by Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. Privacy matters. Go click on the link on X. And I'm going to put it into, obviously, we're going to get that put into YouTube and TikTok and all over the place on all the social media channels. Go check out Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. You got the Z Cashes and you talk about the Moneros, then you got to talk about Midnight. And we'll hopefully have Charles on this month, and we'll go ahead and dive deeper into Midnight and everything that it offers. All right, so there you go. A lot more stuff. A lot more stuff on the way. Prediction markets, all this stuff is lined up. I'm gonna have an awesome time. We're going to have an absolutely great time here on the breakdown. Look, yeah, 100%. The weekend was disturbing. The weekend was very, very disturbing. It's horrible. For people, it was only horrible for those that are holding absolute trash. Like that's who it was horrible for. It wasn't bad for people that had powder on the sidelines and went in. Like I bought Bitcoin. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, and I'll keep buying this week depending on how the market moves. But I bought Bitcoin. I bought Solana. That I bought a few other things, but really predominantly that was where I allocated my shit. Okay, because I was like, yo, hold on. Solana going under 100? No way. By the way, tomorrow, me and Gigi will plan this out. I don't know what time it's happening. You will know me and Gigi are going trenching. Okay? I'm going into the trenches, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going into the trenches. Going back. I'm going back. By the way, we'll talk also about like the Grammys where they made it a fucking political event. That's right. They made it a political event, about immigrants and like how, immigrants deserve to be here. And I agreed with them, actually. Immigrants immigrants have built this country. Immigrants have built this country. Guess what? They legally came to this country. So if we're talking about legal and we're talking about immigrants and we're talking about immigrants that came to this country and waited like my parents did, then yes, absolutely. Immigrants help build this country. We're talking about illegals that are in this country, 10 to 15 million, which that number hopefully gets lowered down, who have been put into swing states, and they feed off of and they live off of our resources. That's right. So yeah, I got no problem with immigrants. I have no problem. I don't think anybody does. Come in here legally and all shall be fine. All shall be fine. Going back to crypto. Because we'll touch on everything, but going back to crypto. Yesterday and the day before, it was an opportunity. That's it. I'm not even looking anymore because I already bought. But it was an opportunity for you to get into the market. If you cried about, oh my God, like for the TikTokers that love XRP, you guys cry, oh my God, XRP is too high. Well, I wish it was lower. Well, it went lower. For those who cry Bitcoin, I'll never be able to get Bitcoin. Now it's at 127,000. Well, you had an opportunity to get Bitcoin. You wanted Ethereum, you wanted Solana at a cheaper price. You got it. You got it. So you can't complain. Now I got people screaming in the chat is going, can I talk to the people that continue to always scream, yo, but it's going lower? Let me explain something to you. I have dry powder, okay? I don't trade. I spot buy. I DCA and I hold. So I don't give a fuck if I bought at 75 and it goes to fucking $4.33. It doesn't matter to me. It absolutely does not matter. I don't give a shit. All you freaks, all you rats on the goddamn timeline, literally, you freaks who probably don't have Bitcoin. You don't have anything to your name. You don't have a goddamn cryptocurrency to your name, but yet you on the timeline saying it's going lower. I'm telling you right now, anybody who actually holds crypto ain't on the timeline saying it's going lower. These freaks that pretend to hold crypto, I see them for what they are. They don't fucking trade. Yo, those P&Ls, somebody said it. Somebody said it and they're right. People put up those P&Ls. Bro, how do I know how much are you trading with? What is that? Would you put $5 into a long and you made 7? Do not have your kids buy the speakers today. I encourage everybody, I encourage all of you to put on your earpods today. I encourage you to put on your earpods. I do. And a lot of you that left crypto, a lot of you talked about, I'm done. It's over. I'm not going back in. I'm selling. I'm out of here. I'm going to fucking trade Pokemon and shit. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure you can make money there. But, oh, I'm out of here. You never believed in the first place. And why do you announce your departure times? Nobody gives a shit. Leave. Goodbye. See you later. See you later. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you leave. We won't miss you. You will be watching on the sidelines as everything goes up, 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 and away. And you will say, you know what? I remember when I held Bitcoin. I remember when I held Ethereum. I remember when I held Solana, etc., etc., etc. Nobody makes money in the green. Not a single wealthy individual makes their money in the green. They buy undervalued, oversold assets. They buy the blood. They buy the fear, and they make millions upon millions of dollars, okay? You're not about that life. You're not about that life. At 12:45, I will be joined by Victor from the TON Network. We'll talk about some things. Last time I had Vic on the show, I had to look straight at the screen. Excuse me, at the camera, because I couldn't see anything on the screen. So hopefully that'll be different this time. Hopefully that'll be different this time. By the way, I should get sponsored by this, but Brickle, okay? For men that look absolutely old, if you've been in crypto, by the way, this should be a crypto thing. A lot of you guys are 24 years old and you look 50. Let's call it for what it is, right? You look 50, receding hairline, everything. Let's start with the face, though. This is a great product. Peptides in it. You put it on your face, you start looking younger, okay? You literally start looking younger. You got vitamin C in here. You got all types of natural, organic, like the proteins in here. It's great. Don't ever say I don't do anything for you. If I were to shave my beard, do you understand? I'd look like I was in my 20s. I want the beard because I want to look more aggressive. Anyway, let's bring on Vic. Vic is going to join us here. Vic's behind the scenes. He's probably eating like M&Ms. Okay? Vic's here. Vic, what's going on, man? How's everything going? Shit, hold on, Vic. Of course, I'm dealing with technical. There you go. What's going on, man? Why don't I hear you? Hold on. I don't hear you. You gotta See if you can get the audio on your end. It's probably muted on the. By the way, I'm sure we'll experience. But this is like I'm telling you, man. The markets reflect. The weekend's markets reflect what is happening on this channel right now. Give it 1 second. By the way, you attuned.
Oh, here we go. You should be able to hear me.
I knew this would work. I knew it would work. I hear you.
Here we
What's
go.
going on, Vic? How's everything, man?
Good. What about you? How are you doing? Happy to join you, and thank you for having me.
Thanks
now
for
all good?
back on, man. Yeah, we're good. We're all good. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you came back on. This time I can see you. So last time I was just looking into the camera. Everything, literally all my screens go black, and I'm just looking into the camera, and I'm just like praying to God that like the camera doesn't just go ahead and blank out. But what did you think about the markets this weekend?
I think it was very epic and very sentimental. As you've said, I've tweeted the same thing. People just endlessly crying on the timeline, while before been saying, "Oh, if Bitcoin ever goes under 80K, I'm buying, I'm selling my house." It's like, what changed? I mean, the dream came true, and that in regards to many coins, right? Many ecosystems, and no any chain is exception. I'd say the market is pretty heavily affected by this volatility. I will start posting some funny things saying, if Kamala Harris would won, we'll see Bitcoin at 180. Apparently, it's under 100 now. So, interesting one.
I just got reported again on TikTok. I'm all over the streams right now. And I have these liberals, and if you're a Democrat, my apologies, but I have liberals that come into my rooms and they just start reporting me for no reason. But okay. I saw everything yesterday. I'm like, this is a buying opportunity. Like even TON and all that stuff. Like everything was down. I'm like, this is a buying. If you believe in this space, right? If you really believe in this space, you're buying. If you have dry powder, especially on the side, you're buying. You're not in the mode of, oh my God, it's over. I have to go trade stocks or work at Burger King or some shit. No, you're like, or maybe you're thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll do some Uber to go ahead and help me buy more of the dip. That's the way you're thinking, right?
Yes, that's a better way to go about this. I mean, for me personally, I'm not in the panic mode right now. As long as we don't see something really critical happening in the world, I'm not even worrying. I think it's a natural bear trap cycle. If we look at the last cycle and those dips, they've been in between of 30 to 40%. Right now, we're down about 35%. That would be a regular dip at the last cycle on the way up. And I mean, I don't know if it is, but for me right now, media-wise, it seems okay. As long as we don't have, I don't know, World War III happening, I'm not panicking. But the second something like this go on, then I don't really know what will happen next. But so far, seems pretty calm. In my opinion, it's normal, very sentimental reaction, and a lot of leverage involved, which you know surely about, and is affecting the market a lot too.
You seem like you didn't give a fuck because I seen a picture I think you posted on your account. I don't know if it was recent or if it was from a few months ago, but it looked like you went surfing. So like I don't, or I think it looked like you went surfboarding or something like that. So you weren't affected.
No, I'm not. I'm not even stressed about this right now. I'm more worrying about the people in the industry, the ones that made you emotional decisions, because it's okay whatever decision you do. Sell, buy, hold, whatever you like. It's your choice. But don't make a wrong decision for you based on simply emotions. At least take your time to evaluate where you are and what is most important for you. Because if it's your last $10,000, maybe being in the market is not for you. If that is nothing for you and you don't stress out over it because you know you got the job, you got the salary incoming, maybe some hustle on the side, then enjoy whatever you do. But be mindful. Do the decisions that you will not regret based on your emotions, but rather technical analysis, data that you like, media sentiment. But spend a little time looking into those details.
I like that. Welcome to the Breakdown episode 659. Here, joined by Victor. I like the way that Victor is spelled out, the way you spell it out. I want to ask you, do you believe in the 4-year cycle? Do you think the 4-year cycle is still intact, or do you think we're now past that?
It's actually a very interesting question. I think that The cycle is still exists because every 4 years the amount of supply of Bitcoin is going to be decreasing that is getting produced. So that's going to affect the supply and demand, and so the Bitcoin price is going to still, I believe, move in the cycles. But I think that there are a lot of protocols within crypto that will be cyclists. It will be not a matter of what the Bitcoin is doing, but rather if people are really using it. And Ton and Telegram is a good example because look, if it's a better market, does it change the amount of people that use social media daily? I can tell you it doesn't. It continued to increase. And so Telegram has already over 1 billion monthly active users. The bear market, it comes out, have 2 billion monthly active users. Nothing really changes. So it's more building those crypto use cases that will be used regardless of whatever market you're in. So like with Tom, if you want to own your Telegram username, you need to own it as an NFT on chain. You need to have some ton. The same with Telegram gifts, the same with Telegram anonymous numbers. What I'm trying to say, it's not a matter of bull run or bear market. You still need ton to utilize this functionality. And there is still excessive amount of people that are not going anywhere. Even if the market turns, I don't know, Bitcoin falls to zero, they still will be using Telegram. That's where they will report the news for everyone as well. So, it's very important to find those pieces of technology. And Ton is a great example, but it's not the only one. I believe that there is more protocols that are very crucial and a lot of people neglect it. For example, oracles, and I've mentioned it several times on Spaces, but oracles important in Web 2, and we have giants that managing them. And so there are oracles in crypto. They're an important part of the puzzle that need to exist. It doesn't matter if it's bear market or bull market. We need this technology for crypto to even continue to function anyways. So I'd suggest maybe look at those things and try to figure out what has a value beside the cycles. So if we all go down dramatically and it's another 2 year of bear, where people will trade, what will they do? As long as volume here, I'm not really worrying. And it doesn't seem that volume has gone away. It's more seem that people just panicking, and it's more a sentiment issue rather than a fundamental differences.
You believe that 1010 you think 1010 still lingers around us? What happened on October 10th?
Yeah, I think it had its own effect. Of course, it's still impacting the sentiment majorly rather than market performance, I believe. And that in regards to the people pointing fingers at whoever is responsible for this flash crash. I need to stay neutral.
A lot of fingers. We know where they're being
pointed. A lot of fingers, yeah.
A lot of fingers. Okay. Last time you were on here, we talked about the UFC. How did that campaign go for you guys at Ton?
Yes, so the Telegram did launch the Telegram gifts in cooperation with the UFC Strike. They launched 60,000 NFTs via the auction. It's been totally sold out. They raised a ton of money. Everything great. The gifts been upgraded and trading in the market. And I actually got a few myself. And after they became tradable, the floor prices only increased after that. So people really waited to actually experience the ownership with them. Looks pretty decent. It's a good collab. And what would be nice to see from the side of Telegram is that they made not a single post with the UFC stars that they collaborated with, but they had a series of posts. And the last one maybe come like 1 or 2 days ago. So they're still posting about it. And it includes Charles Oliveira, it includes Gilbert Burns, it includes John Jones, it includes Khamzat Chimaev, it includes Alex Pereira, etc., etc. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it went very well. It attracted a lot of new users. I'd say somewhere around 30,000 new holders, traders in the market, maybe because of this alone. But yeah, that was an interesting campaign, and the fact that UFC Strike is also now having their gifts on Telegram and Ton is absolutely fascinating. And I've collected a few figurines. I've got Alex Pereira. I've got Easy. I had fun with buying a few of them, and I've given away some to my community, of course, too.
That's dope. I remember when you came on here and you were talking about it, and then I saw it. I was like, man, this is really cool. This is really dope. Especially, I'm a big UFC fan. I'm big.
Me too, man. It's like I told you, I went collecting those figures rather than belts because I want to have my favorite fighters in my collection, and it looks dope. Anyone can go to my profile, it's the same username. Add someone you can see what I have on Telegram.
I want to ask you this question because, like, somebody asked me this, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Memes. People are looking for the network or the protocol to the next protocol that will have successful memes launch on them. And I thought about it. I'm like, you guys have billions of users on your network. Are you guys like focused on bringing memes onto the network? Like, will you
Memes
cater to
are
them?
Yeah, the memes are an important part of the culture, of course. And we had a few seasons of the Ton Meme Republic, making some competition. That is not necessarily the easiest, etc. We are still figuring the ways to support more this market. We also allocated before some budget for the meme coin launchpads that exist actually as Telegram mini apps directly in Telegram. You can go and check today. There is Bloom, there is PocketFi, there is Gas Pump. You can go and launch within a couple clicks. It's going to cost you up to 0.2 ton, which I don't know. With the prices falling down, I don't even know how much is that. Probably almost nothing. But yeah, no, the meme coin ecosystem is existing here. It has not took off the same way as it did, for example, on Solana just yet. And
Yeah.
so some of the largest memes, I believe, in the range of 10 to 30 million market cap. But we do have them. And those memes and their culture have been formed because of the Telegram and the Pavel Durov. So Resistance Doc is one of them, where Pavel Durov actually originally hand drew the first Resistance Doc sticker pack. And so from that, the movement was born, which is, you may have heard, the resistance, digital resistance, which is he continues to go against all the limitations that the government is trying to put on us. He's fighting daily. You can read through his Twitter. It's insane what he says. And he's really going at it. But Resistance Doc was pioneered by him as a movement, and community was formed, which is today also has its own meme coin and even its own Telegram gift, by the way. It's a Resistance Doc plush toy, but it is yet to be upgraded into unique collectible. And another one is Utia, and Telegram is often adding Utia into its visuals that they create, the display, the key new functionality on the Telegram, etc. They always add this meme into it, and this duck with, haha, classic, been seen already billions of times on media, and is also the art created by the Telegram designer, and a very popular community as well. Community is probably right now watching and can be replying something in your chat too.
I see on some of because I'm looking at my notepad here, and I see like a bunch of comments about it going through. Like I sit, as you're talking, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, but I'm also thinking, Ton might be really the sleeper out of all,
It is.
probably top 10. And I'll say, I mean, from my side, and then you can elaborate. When you have billions of users on your platform already, this, like, you're already ahead of the game, because everybody else is trying to acquire users or a community. You guys don't have to do that at all. You just have to essentially present a really good product to the people, and they look at it. And most Telegram users, I would think, already use crypto, so they have some sort of understanding as to how the crypto world works, or they know about crypto. What are your thoughts? I mean, like, for me, from that standpoint, having that amount of people, that should be like a top, at least, fine, I'll go conservative, top 20, top 20 coin.
Yeah, so it also has a lot to do with the sentiment in crypto. And plus, a lot of people still not aware that on Telegram, the Ton is directly implemented for a lot of its functionality. The reason is actually, Pavel Durov mentioned it in his latest speech on stage. He said they haven't even started advertising on Telegram.
That's
all
crazy.
the functionality they've built. They're only building, and basically right now the community is all beta testers. While they're trying to polish the product, create something really amazing, and they eventually will push it down onto all its users. But there is a combination of factors. So there has been a cycle of hype around the Telegram mini apps, then people got tired. It led to the downturn. Then since September last year, it's been on the uprising. It's again surpassed 1 billion monthly interactions with them. So it takes time for people to realize what's going on here, because you see everyone is kind of fighting from other ecosystem for the same users. They're already in crypto. Okay, oh, come here, here's the better yield. Oh, come here, here's the better opportunity to make money with this or that. On Ton and Telegram, it's not about that. It's about giving people the ownership in the realm of social media at a level where it doesn't matter if your profile is suspended. You can still have your assets and go trade them on market, and no one can take it away from you. Not your username, which is a digital real estate, not your Telegram Anonymous phone number, nor your Telegram gift. If you want, you can hold all of it on chain, and even if you suspend it, you create a new profile, connect those things, same username, new Telegram. As simple as that. And that is a big difference. So for us, it's important to build the tools that are essential for people to be able to also develop crazy products. And so we as a foundation been focusing a lot lately. There's going to be more information. I'm not authorized to speak much, but we recently announced that soon AppKit will be coming out. It's a new way to build on Ton. And it's going to be a tremendous breakthrough for a lot of builders in the ecosystem from other blockchains. And one of the reasons why for builders it was complicated to come is because of the unique coding languages and different blockchain infrastructure. So Ton blockchain is running on the shard chains that can split in multiple shards up to infinity, basically. And then the smart contract languages are also different. It's like there's we recently updated it alongside with the documentation, a new version of Talk. But then you go to, for example, EVM chains, and it's all in Solidity, right? So there is a technical difficulty migrating from Solidity-based coding into the Ton blockchain infrastructure with its own languages. And it takes time people to adjust. We saw these challenges. We're like, okay, what can we do to simplify this process for creators that want to build a business, that want to build their own mini app? AppKit. That's what I can say. But that will help with developers. As with the users, there's also a matter having...
When can we expect, I don't mean to cut you off, but when can we expect to know more about what you can't allude to right now?
I can say that surely before the next stream with you, that will be already
There
out.
we go. Let's go. That's what I like. All right.
But relatively soon, I could say that. So beside that, when we speak of the users want to have a quality product. So when there is a quality product, it spreads like a wildfire. And when we speak of the Telegram mini apps and games like Hamster Combat that surpassed 300 million users, that's a confirmation of what I mean. And it's happening with gifts right now, with collectibles, with usernames, because people see value in it and it display on your Telegram profile, which has insane amount of users. So those things are helping to attract users steadily on its own, because they join not because, oh, I can make money here, but because of curiosity. Oh, what are these things? And how can I own them? What does it mean? And they start to explore. And so by default, I believe, even inside Telegram, the Ton wallet is not showing up on your menu. It's showing up when you slide the tick to show up the wallet on your Telegram. So once Telegram starts to pushing more, all of the integrations they have, this will also create much bigger effect. But right now, it's a matter of creating a base and technology and the ecosystem for people to be able to come in. So for the meme coins, there are DEXs. As I've mentioned, there is meme pads, and they also have a lot of users. They are also having referral programs, but this all had to be formed. At some point, there was like one meme pad. So then for the NFT marketplaces, right, we have a few, and for gifts, there are separate marketplaces as well, only for gifts, like Portals, like Tonal. They don't support any other NFT assets. Yeah. And that's what they focus. Yet they are outperforming by volume Magic Eden and other marketplaces. A single asset. I mean, it's just epic. But what I'm trying to say is the infrastructure has to be formed, right? Yeah. And it's not just Telegram that has to create it. That's builders in the ecosystem. And we as a foundation can only help builders to have more tools to do it faster, quicker, and with a better design. We continue to work on that.
You know what's cool? You just said that Pavel said, I guess during his speech or at a conference, that you guys haven't even started marketing yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Telegram.
That's insane.
The Telegram has tested the function. So I think at the new year, Telegram posted a message for every Telegram user saying that we're running out of time, and that was a little bit political, etc. Yeah. But everyone saw this message. Imagine if he does the same with, we integrated Ton for 10 types of different functionalities. Like, he never did so yet. And I mean, he has a full power over it. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, right now is a matter of developing the technology. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the things Telegram is working currently is merging Telegram gifts. So they want to make them mergeable, which is going to allow you to burn 4 to potentially receive 1. And so it's going to decrease the supply, because not every gift is is going to have something in return for you if you burn 4. And it's an interesting mechanic. So we're going to see how's that going to play out and what's that going to mean for the market. But it's crazy to see all this functionality. So just think over it. Decentralized websites on Ton DNS domains, Telegram usernames that are NFTs, Telegram anonymous numbers that are NFTs, Telegram gifts that are NFTs, all the different Telegram mini apps like Dexes, Swaps, you name it, all inside the Telegram. Wallet, you got it on Telegram. You don't have a single reason to leave the app now, other than maybe to go on X and see some world news of politics. But this is pretty wild, and I love where it's going. And yes, you're right that a lot of people on Telegram already use crypto. It's actually the most used social media by the crypto community. More than X, more than any other, people use Telegram, yes. And they're slowly discovering. A lot of degens from Solana start seeing people with some gifts on their profile, like, how did you do that? How do you have this like NFT displayed? And they're tapping into already over 2.4 million. I think almost 2.5 million holders currently for gifts. It's growing, and it's just 1 year.
A year in, no marketing, you already have billions of people that obviously use Telegram. That's wild. Like, to put that in perspective, like, I don't care whether you see, a lot of people get into this whole, hey, the sporting event. Like, I don't like it. Why don't, and you ask a person, why don't you like it? Well, because I don't like it, because I'm a fan of this one. That's not how you, number one, it's not how you trade. Number two, that's not how you run around in this crypto ecosystem, man. You got to look at numbers. For me, it's all about numbers. Billions of users. I would say probably half already know about cryptocurrency. Telegram is developing everything for you to go ahead and hold assets. I've seen it myself already.
I mean, if you want, I can send you some assets so you could even experience it, bro. Like, send me your Telegram handle. I'll send you a gift as well after the show so you could see how it is.
Yeah. So, like, to me, that's crazy. And like, Telegram is already making headlines. I mean, Pavel's going hard at WhatsApp. So that's
he has his reasons, man. He has his reasons.
Listen, man, I know that's a conversation we can have and stuff, but I've seen, listen, I do crypto here in politics, and I see Pavel out there, and he's just like really going into WhatsApp, and I'm like, okay, but that's good, because from a marketing standpoint, people who really, let's say, don't use Telegram and they're using WhatsApp, they'll slowly convert over to Telegram. So there's a reason why they came after him and Telegram and try to go ahead and essentially take it over.
Exactly. Well, you see, if WhatsApp was not caught red-handed running anti-campaign against Telegram, Pavel Durov would not even bother to speak against them. Like, what you see in all this bad publicity could have been avoided if they simply did not do this shit. And it cost them arguably even more money right now than it costed them to run that campaign. It's like, just don't do silly steps.
Shit. It's the European thing, man. You don't fuck with Europeans. You don't. Hey, I'm just saying it from my side. You just don't fuck with a European. What's before you leave? Give me anything that let's say we didn't talk about. What's new? What can we expect?
This is
there
great.
Are a lot of people that are watching, but right now I'm looking. There's a ton of people that are talking about Ton right now. What can we expect? Just give me something that. For you,
of course, this is actually going to be very interesting, and on point to your conversation earlier. We have a few prediction markets. So I've also mentioned the last time. So Tonko launched their own prediction market, and I think from Ton community we've posted today. And then MyRiyadh created the community on Telegram, and they announced that they will be building Telegram and Ton native features and tools, meaning that they're bringing their market as well to Telegram and Ton. So this is the two prediction markets. One is already working by Tonko. There's probably a few others that exist in the ecosystem, and MyRiyadh, another giant, is coming. I'm curious to see if more will follow, but I'll let you know if anything on my timeline.
It is always, it's great to have you on here, and especially that, you know what, I really think a lot of people don't talk about Ton. Like I have people that have been here for a while that I speak to, and they'll bring up Ton, but like I think Ton is really a sleeper, and like within a few months, I really do think that people, you know what it is, when they hear it on social media, they're already late. That's how I
Yeah,
always.
I mean, they start hearing about it once they start seeing Plush Peppers exploding, and it's number three the last month by the volume across all
Yeah,
chains, across all NFTs. Plush Pepper is
yeah.
number three, so it's like it's giving you a point of view on that. And a lot of people do know about Ton, but I think it's more also the exploration, and it takes time for people to get into it. But if we take even Gigi, who you've mentioned, you're gonna be trenching with her. You just have her another day. She also has a Plush Pepe NFT, and it costs right now, I don't know, 15 grand on the floor. So
Plush
she also
Pepe, you
has
guys,
one.
it's number three. I saw it today. It was number three.
Yeah, it's number three by the volume last month, and there were days where it was number one by volume. It's been performing pretty well. And what's interesting is, as I mentioned, it's gifts. So Telegram released them without any value in the beginning almost. It's like costed $30 to buy one.
Yeah.
Someone sent Gigi one as a gift, and today it worth 15 fucking grand. Ask her about this. She gotta tell you.
Can somebody send me a gift? Can somebody send me a gift?
Give me your Telegram username. I'm gonna send you one. No worries. So I gotta get you covered on that one.
Listen, I'm actually excited to see, because listen, I'm in Ton. I'm excited to see Ton obviously do well, and I don't know. During this conversation, there's one thing that really struck me because I really didn't think about it much. You guys haven't even marketed yet. That's the crazy part. It's all been organic. Like there are not a lot of KOLs or influencers, whatever, out there pushing anything in terms of
Yeah, they are
Ton.
pushing on Telegram. That's the thing. It's like people, they take X as the platform where everyone pushes everything
That's what I
crypto.
meant by that,
But
Rick.
there is
No, but
native
that's what I
integration
mean.
with Telegram.
No, but hold on. That's what I mean. When it hits social media, I'm not talking about Telegram, really. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
X. When they finally realize they should have been on Ton, they're going to be. I don't mean to say like this, but you know how it is. Like when you hear it on like X, you're already too late, kind of thing. And that I'm not saying you're going to be late, but you're just going to be 4 to like 6 weeks late to the party because people are already on there. They knew about it. They've been studying it, researching it, communicating with people like you and others within the entire community to understand, talking to people from the foundation. So like that's what I really mean by that. Where like a lot of people are getting in early because they know, like, look at the numbers, you can't deny them. And like people like
For
man.
me, with gifts, it was simple, and it's a good example that I took a look at the past example, what Telegram did with releasing Telegram anonymous numbers, and I saw the price chart, and I was like, well, if that happened in 2 years, what will happen to gifts in the matter of 1 year? And I mean,
Amazing.
I was right, and I have 4 Plush Peppers, not just one. And I mean, I bought them at $1,000 each or around that price, and today they're 12 to 15 grand floor price, and I'm still not selling. It's like,
I'm sure it's going higher than that. I'm pretty sure,
yeah, but
especially when everybody starts getting in. I think it's going higher than that. I saw that today, actually, before you even mentioned anything. I saw it today where it was like 1, 2. I forgot who was number 2. I don't know if it was CryptoPunks. That was it with
CryptoPunks, Pudgy Penguins, and
yeah, there
Plush
you go.
Peppers.
Yeah. And I saw it. I was like, holy shit, this is so slept on.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have you. Hopefully you come back next month when you if you're not busy.
Absolutely. I'll update you on the app kit.
Maybe we'll have Gigi on here and we'll go
Let's
ahead
do
and
that.
we'll bring Gigi on and be like, hey, Gigi. It's funny, man. Gigi came on here. I said I'm going trench and everybody started DMing me. They're like, really? Yeah, I'm retiring? That's dope. Obviously, I wish you nothing but absolute success. You're an awesome dude, and I'm sure Ton is going to do phenomenal numbers. You can't say nothing, but I'll say it for you. I think Ton is going to do amazing numbers. But appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for having me. It's going to be an interesting ride, and everyone stay tuned. Keep on reading, keep on watching, and I see you later. Thank you.
Guys, I already put his handle out there on Twitter. I'm saying Twitter. I can't say X, okay? Because nobody understands when I say X. So on Twitter, on the thread, I'll put it out there again. Go give him a follow. Definitely check out Ton. Vic, I'll see you, man. That is Vic, man. He makes time to come on to the show. He makes time to. I like Victor. You like Victor too. Man, I got slapped with another warning on TikTok. Man, what do you want from me, TikTokers? What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? What do you want from me, man? Ton is slept on, by the way. Ton is slept on. Think about that. Billions of users use Telegram, okay? I just want you to listen to what I'm saying here, ladies and gentlemen. Billions of people use Telegram. 50% of those people, and that's probably really conservative, 50% of those people know about crypto. What do you think is going to happen to Ton? And they haven't marketed yet. And you know what? There might be influencers or KOLs that are talking about it within Telegram. Nobody's really, maybe we're just not listening. But on a lot of these social media platforms, nobody's really having that conversation. I'm a numbers guy. It comes down to numbers. Numbers don't lie, people do. Numbers don't lie, people do. When you have billions of people on a network, if you just take 1% of that, 1%, if only 1% decides to join Ton, what do you think happens? Forget 1%. How about we do this? 0.5%. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back right after this commercial break. Actually, man, hold on. I gotta put in. Hold on. We're doing this live TV. We are doing this live on the spot. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's go to videos. Let's go to let's go to that. This is all Biden's fault. The Biden administration made men weak.
To the Bitcoin ecosystem. We're saying Bitcoin's a valuable
We'll be right
asset.
back after this commercial break. 100 men versus one gorilla. Welcome to the breakdown. Welcome back to the break. Ah! Oh, I hate, oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, you know what? It is what, it's that kind of day today. It's that kind of day today. We're back. I just wanted to acknowledge TikTok. I got to tell you, X, you got to step up your game. Even though X has a lot of viewership, TikTok is starting to overtake. I'm just saying. TikTok has started to overtake. Shout out to my moderators, Tech and Fran. Even though I thought I made Fran a moderator, but not happening. And shout out to everybody who comes and watches this show. I am going to promise you, we are going to get Facebook and Instagram integrated by this week. Okay? If I have to call Mark Zuckerberg to get this shit done, I'm getting it done. And I didn't wear a goddamn tie today because I didn't want to. I didn't want to wear a goddamn tie. I didn't want to wear it today. We got our staff. They're working on the new intros and outros. This is the Breakdown episode 659, sponsored by Midnight. Go check out Midnight, okay? Go check out Midnight. Listen, if we're going to talk about privacy, Midnight is the solution, okay? It's right. We're going to talk about Zcash. We're going to talk about Monero, which I like both. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not one of those people where, oh my God, I can't like anything else or go into. No. If we're going to talk about privacy, we're going to talk about Midnight as well. We'll bring Midnight into the picture, 100%. 100%. More details to come this week. We got a lot of sponsorships and partnerships that will be announced during this week. That's right. During this week, we will announce it. We get bigger. We continue to get bigger. I only smile because like I gotta tell you, I've been working my fucking ass off. Working nonstop. I finally said, hey, you know what? We were sitting and I said, you know what? I will bring on more real partners and sponsors. That's what I said. Because I was at that point, like we can bring on more sponsorships onto this show, and we can bring on more sponsors to the podcast, which we have, and then we have another show, political show coming. That's right. Going back to crypto. Let's go back to crypto. I have no doubt that I'm still on the Q1 2026 tip. I have no doubt that we are going to see an absolute shot up here in crypto. There is absolutely no way that we did not have an altcoin season. We didn't. Anybody who tells you we had an altcoin season is a liar. Altcoins, none of the altcoins, except for 7 or 8, I always say this, the rest of them did nothing. Nothing. Zero. Nada. So you're going to tell me We've been here for like 4 or 5 years waiting for a fucking altcoin season, and we don't get no, absolutely not. No. I think number one, here's what I'm thinking. Number one, Trump's new Fed chair pick scared the fuck out of the markets because he's very hawkish. He doesn't like printing. So I think all the markets were like, oh, fuck. Think about that. It's like, oh, fuck. First of all, somebody said I look like Dave Matthews. The disrespect towards one of the most handsome figures in media. The disrespect. Anyway, what I was saying was, we will have an altcoin season where all altcoins ride together, where we will see a $9 to $15 trillion total market cap. Obviously, Bitcoin's going to lead the way, but we will see a $9 to $15 trillion market cap. There's no doubt about it to me. We're definitely going to see that. And if you think not, then like, I don't know what you've been doing here. If you think that's not going to happen, you're crazy. It is absolutely going to happen. 100% it's going to happen. I have no doubt it's going to happen. It's just when. But like, don't take your time. You have the ability to go ahead and front run the market. That's my thing, though. You have the opportunity to just buy up things that are really like, it's oversold. This market is absolutely oversold. It's oversold. It's super oversold. How can you compare me to Dave Matthews? What crack are you smoking? Honestly speaking, like what crack are you smoking to compare me to Dave Matthews? People wanted a better entry on Bitcoin, you got it. Even if these douchebags tell you that it's going to go down to $63,000, so what? Buy it at 63. Buy it at 77, buy it at 75, buy it at 60. Who gives a shit? This ain't a contest. This is you trying to acquire one of the most legitimate generational assets of all time. So who gives a shit when you buy it? That's like saying, you know what? This dude bought a house for $7,000 in 1943. Now this house over there, right across the street from him, costs $30,000. So I'm not going to buy a house. I'm going to continue to rent. You sound stupid. It's the dumbest. Like I read some of this stuff, and I feel like I'm gonna catch an aneurysm. I feel some of the stuff you guys talk about. Like I read it, and it's just horrific, and the takes are horrific. We're not gonna have this, even if we were to, which we're not in a bear structure. But even if we were to go into a bear market, that shit wouldn't last for fucking 2-3 years. Like, what is up with you guys? Crazy. Anyway, use this, by the way. Use this for all the... Look, it won't get rid of the ugly, okay? It will not get rid of the ugly. That's one thing it won't... Yo, Brickle, you owe me money right now because I am putting this out here for free for you, okay? I feel like I'm doing some shit for like the TikTok shop or some shit. But you use this, you put like a P amount like a size of a pea in your hand. You go ahead and rub and you go like this, right? Like you, look, I'll do it for you. Look at this. Here, look, you go like this, right? You go and you put like, bam, pea size, right? Pea size, there you go. And you go like this, and then you go. I mean, I shouldn't be doing this again, but just once a day. There you go. I mean, I just want to stay young, right? I just want to stay young. So I use this stuff. A lot of you guys just need it. A lot of you guys really need it. Anyway, let's talk about the Grammys. You had a bunch of people show up to the Grammys. What is it? It is Brickell. It's facial serum, which relax. I said facial serum. People started thinking about. No, it doesn't seem that way. I don't want to go ahead and repeat the comment that was made. My hands are clean. Don't worry about it. I'm good. I want to talk about the Grammys. Should we talk about the Epstein files, or am I allowed to talk about the Epstein files on TikTok, or am I going to go ahead and also fucking get a violation? Am I allowed to talk about that shit or no? If not, let's fucking talk about the Grammys. The Grammys are not the time to give you political statements, man. I'm telling you, I can no longer watch any of my favorite movies because they have actors in them who are just out there and they're delusional. By the way, Billie Eilish, let's give a shout out to Billie Eilish. She's going to take in every illegal, undocumented immigrant or individual into her house. That's right. Let's give her a round of applause. Your land is my land. My land is your land. Right? Is that the song? Apparently, Billie Eilish, whatever her fucking name is, like she's gonna take in everybody. Billie's gonna take in everybody. Guys, if you live in a different country and you're looking to come to the United States of America, well, you have a place to stay, and Billie Eilish is apparently giving you a room. That's right. That's right. Stolen land. I love these statements that were given out yesterday. I love how dumb these people are. These people are dumb. If you didn't have morons that listen to shitty ass music, you guys would be at McDonald's, okay? Respectfully. And that is, you know what? That's actually disrespectful to people that work at McDonald's. You'd be working at 5 and Below or whatever that fucking store's name is. You are, because that's what your IQ is. Your IQ is something like 5 and below. The shit that's coming out of these people's mouths, talking about immigrants are in danger. Immigrants built this country. Yes. The ones that came here legally. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. The ones that came to this country legally, they are absolutely a part of helping build this country. The illegals that came in here did absolutely nothing but milk our resources, okay? Have brought in drugs, have criminal records. They have done nothing for our country. And since you guys wanted to go all ICE out and all this bullshit, you know, it is a tragedy what happened to Alex and to Renee, but why don't you bring up the other names? Why don't you bring up the American citizens that were killed by undocumented individuals that came into the United States illegally? I don't hear you guys out there championing for them. They'll never talk about them. Like, you guys will never talk about these innocent girls who were Brutally. And I can't see, I had to stop myself. I can't say certain words because TikTok will ban me. But brutally assaulted and left for dead. I can say, you know what? If TikTok wants to get rid of me for saying this kind of stuff that's true and that's said on television, then so be it. But you don't say nothing about them, right? You don't acknowledge them. You don't acknowledge the victims, but you acknowledge the illegals that are here. And you acknowledge the people that fuck with ICE, that fuck with law enforcement. That's who you acknowledge. It is the weirdest shit. And it's funny. Do I have to say this again? I didn't hear you guys talk that much when Obama, who got rid of more people than Trump, got rid of 3 million illegals out of this country. Weird. Really weird. And the Epstein files, man. The Democrats don't know what to do with themselves now. Now they find themselves in the fucked up situation. Why? Because Trump didn't do shit. So now they're in a messed up situation. Now they don't know what to do. They have absolutely no clue what to do. Zero. I'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to the show. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for, you know what? To get the... Today is one of those days where I'm just not going to wear essentially anything. At this point, I'm not wearing anything, okay? I'm just going to wear the white tee. Okay, I'm gonna wear the white tee to end. We got 15 minutes left. I'm just gonna end this with the white tee. Okay, I'm gonna end this with the white tee. Men, listen. Don't get butthurt. Okay, you're looking at a sex figure. Okay, I get it, and I'll explain to you what it takes. You know what? I should do a fitness show too. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say before I was rudely interrupted. Celebrities, do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. Here's why I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. Sometimes I like watching movies. When you start speaking, and I'm not talking on a movie set, when you start speaking out there to the general public, when you start taking interviews, and you start talking about subjects that you have absolutely no clue about, and you say the shit that you say, like yesterday, you make me not want to go ahead and watch that movie anymore. You make me hate that movie. So please shut the fuck up. Just entertain us. That's it. I don't want to hear your opinion on politics because I know where it's coming from. It's paid for by Soros and company. Like, I don't really give a fuck what you have to say. Now, some people might go ahead and clap back at me and say, yo, Dave, stick to crypto. Don't talk about politics. But I ran for office. There's a little difference there. I ran for office. Whether I got in or not is a different story. Like, you can go ahead and say, oh, you never got. I ran for office. I love politics. I've talked about certain issues and multiple issues throughout my life. I've watched C-SPAN for hours. Now, I don't know if that's normal, but I've watched C-SPAN for hours and watched people debate. I've debated in school. You guys are new to all this shit. So do me a favor, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and just sing or act. Go sing and act. That's it. That's all we want you to do. Sing and act. Entertain us. That is it. Don't push any of your shit onto us. Don't talk about politics. If you're only going to talk about one side, then shut the fuck up. It's true. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. That's it. Plain and simple. As for crypto, if you're not buying right now, I think, honestly, if you're not buying right now, I think you're an idiot. And I guarantee you, I will be right. I will be right. Today, apparently, they're holding a meeting. Maybe it's already going on. I think it was at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Was it at 1 p.m. or is it at 4 p.m.? Either the case, they're holding a meeting at the White House. Crypto bros and bankers are holding a meeting. Listen, hold that meeting, but make sure you guys go back to the previous Clarity Act because the dog shit that you currently have, I hope it never passes. Because fuck the banks. Respectfully. And if I have any friends who work for the banks or in the institutional world, it has nothing to do with you. Understand where retail is coming from, okay? Don't be upset at me. Understand where retail is coming from. By the way, Jerome Powell, maybe, just maybe, you'd want to go ahead and cut rates at this point. Inflation is down. Inflation is absolutely down. Maybe you'd want to go ahead and cut rates. Just maybe cut rates already. Whatever grudge you have with Trump doesn't mean you take it out on the people. True inflation is down. Forget about the numbers that are given out by the feds, okay? True inflation is down. It is vital to go ahead and cut these rates. It is crazy that we haven't had real rate cuts happen. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. If you're not buying crypto now, you really don't believe in it. And you never did. Okay? You're chasing money and you're never going to make money. That's it. You're buying the red, you're selling the green. It's a very easy strategy. By the way, my new strategy, do not think I'm a holder anymore. I am not a holder. If it's not Bitcoin, I ain't holding it. I'm telling you right now, I am warning you. There is no more holding. There is no more hodling. I'm only holding until I get to my number and then I'm out. That's it. Game plan. This is where I'd like to go ahead and scale out. That's it. There's no kumbaya session with me. I'm not doing no kumbaya shit no more. In, out. That's it. And what I mean by that is, if I get in to something and it's at 10 million and then my target happens to be 50 million, I'm out. It could go to 100 million. I don't give a shit. I'm out. I'll leave a moon bag in, but I'm out. And you're gonna have to deal with it. And you can write threads, you can record a video, you could send it, you can send it to all fucking video channels, all platforms. I don't give a shit. You could talk about, you could try to sell shame me. It doesn't work. I don't have feelings anymore. I don't give a flying fuck. We can all be friends. We can literally all be friends, but like, I love you guys. I wish you all the best, but that does not mean I'm going to round trip because of our friendships. I love you, dog, but I ain't round tripping. Okay? We came here to make money, not to hold hands and watch fucking generational wealth disappear. Fuck that. That's why a lot of people lose. A lot of people lose because they don't take profit because they're scared because they feel like they're going to be shamed. Then what are you doing here? Who's going to pay your bills? Who's paying your bills? The people that shame you are the same people that dump on you, okay? The people that point the finger and say things about people are the same. These are the people that are actually doing this shit. There's no lies found there. The people that are out there telling you not to sell are the same people selling. It is always the case. And you're sitting there like a jackass holding. And you're not getting a medal for it. You're not going to get a medal for it. You're getting zero. Okay? You're not getting nominated for best holder of the year at some random conference, okay? Nobody's nominating you for anything, okay? You're not getting an award for holding. The only thing you get from holding and round tripping is an aneurysm, an ulcer, stress-related shit, okay? And you'll probably need therapy. I like when I'm looking at the chat right now. I like when people talk about God, like God's only on your side. Think God only favors you? God doesn't favor me like God favors you? What's wrong with you people? You think God has a favorite? What is this? Who is this clown? Let me tell you, Mr. Don't Wreck Yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself because you're... What is this? What is this? The hell is this? At least Jesus loves you. Jesus. Welcome to the breakdown. I promise tomorrow will be better. I don't know, man. You know what? I was amped up today. I worked out a little bit. After this, have some calls to take on, but like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm going back to working out and stuff. But I was absolutely pumped up to get on to the show. And then like all the technical difficulties started happening. Everything started going wrong. And I'm like, 12:45, I know I got Victor coming on from the Ton Network, the Ton Foundation. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and see him this time, because last time we were having networking issues and that sucked, guys. I didn't get to go ahead and vibe out with them. And we're going to have more people from Ton come on here this month and maybe next month to go ahead and talk about, you know, the network and Ton itself. I'm telling you, man, I'm just bullish on just look at the numbers. When I go into things, I look at the numbers, like billions of people on a network. What do you think is going to happen? It's the same thing that I say about when I talk about Coinbase. It's the same thing that I say about Coinbase. Coinbase has over 400 million active users. If only 0.5% go over to Base Chain and start using Base Chain, it's over. Like everything on Base is going to ascend. Why would you not be positioned on Base? To anybody that was scared during the weekend and worried and frustrated, you need that. If it's your first time, you need it. You need to experience that because you'll make better decisions. You need to experience a downtrend in order to have better experience. I'm serious. Like you need to, it can't always go up. Like it can't always go up. You need to experience some red days. You need to experience some pain. So you remember exactly why the fuck you're here and what you need to do. And maybe, just maybe, listen to me when I tell you have to have a game plan. A lot of you guys don't, you still don't. I talk so much. There's been so many episodes. Every show I talk about having a game plan, putting a game plan together, looking at your portfolios, making sure that you're in the right assets. Maybe, just maybe, days like this or weekends like we've experienced, like last weekend, maybe that'll help you realize, holy shit, I really do need to make sure that I'm positioned correctly because I was scared out my ass. If you are scared, here's the best way to know that you're in the wrong positions. If you were scared during the weekend rather than excited about buying, then there's a problem with your portfolio. I'm gonna say that again. If you were worried and you were scared and you were nervous over the weekend, then your portfolio is absolutely dog shit. And you know that. So you need to go ahead and look at it and get rid of the dog shit and get some real assets in there. So you're not scared, but you're actually thinking about when things like that happen, when downtrends happen, you're thinking about how do I get more money to get more assets that are undervalued, that I know will go at 10x or 5x or 20x, whatever X it is. That's it. That's bottom line. If that's the way you start thinking, you guys want to be multimillionaires? I'm literally giving you the blueprint. If you guys want to be multimillionaires, I'm giving you the blueprint. All you have to do this weekend, okay? Take this weekend and ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Was I nervous? Was I scared? If you weren't scared and you were taking money and going into the markets and buying a Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, whatever it is that you bought, that's actually real, good for you. If you weren't doing that and you were praying to God, if you were praying to God this weekend, if you were praying to God about crypto, I'm not talking about, if you started praying for the first time, there's something wrong with your portfolio. That's the truth. That is 100% facts. If you were sitting back this weekend and laughing and having fun, and the markets didn't bother you to the point where you went outside and you were chilling, congratulations, you're winning. Fran says you pray every day. God bless you. I pray every day also. But besides praying for my assets to do well, I pray for everything. For good health and all this stuff. Even when things are bad, I'm praying. And I'm thanking God. Now, I'm going into the area, I'm going into a God area, and I don't know if TikTok's going to flag me for that also. But don't just pray to God when times are good. Pray to him and thank him when times are bad. Because when times are bad, he's just showing you. He's just showing you stuff. God ain't trying to hurt you. God really is not trying to hurt you. I remember when my dad passed away. I never blamed God. I talked to God, but I never blamed God. I never yelled at God or did any of that stuff. But I kind of just asked God to help me understand that's really it. So that's why I say, like, if you really believe in God, you pray or you talk to God, or however you communicate with God, you talk to him, bad, good, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. You can't just celebrate God when you're winning. Well, most of you guys don't even celebrate God when you win. You only turn to God when you're losing or you need help. It's crazy that God's still there for you. Welcome to the breakdown. It's funny, people only pray to God when things aren't going right. People only pray to God when things aren't going right. And I'm happy, by the way, because you know what? We haven't talked about God in 4 or 5 years until Trump came back into office. They got rid of God. They really did. They got rid of God. Yeah, to answer some TikTok stuff and here also on X, I'll say this. Bottom line, I was excited about... I was kind of frustrated with a few things. I'm not going to lie here. But for the most part, I was excited about buying more stuff during the weekend. There were things that I wanted to buy for cheaper that obviously became cheaper. So that was cool. But I have full confidence that crypto's gonna go up like a motherfucker, man. So again, I know I'm repetitive here, but make sure that you're zoned in and you're ready. As for what's happened over the weekend with this fucking, you know, it's just disappointing. You know what? There's no problem with people acknowledging, you know, what happened with Renee Good or what happened with Alex, the 37-year-old male nurse who attended a protest with a gun. He had a gun permit, and okay, a carry permit. But if he wasn't there, he'd still be with us today. And I don't care what anybody says. That's the truth. But if you're going to talk about these two individuals, why don't you talk about other individuals? It's just like, it just doesn't... At some point, you just got to put away your party affiliation and say, yo, you just care about you can't just care about certain, like, every human life. It's terrible that it's just weird. Like, I'm sitting back, man, oh man. Anyway, a lot to say, but it's already 2:05. I got to go ahead and fix this shit with TikTok again. I got the whole appeal process to go ahead and do here. Shout out to Twitter for tuning in today. Appreciate you guys. YouTube, appreciate you. LinkedIn. We will be on Facebook and Instagram. I say this every week, but this week I am just like, I'm going to make time to make sure that we are connected there so the boomers can participate in the conversation. I want to thank Victor for coming on from TON, the TON Foundation. I want to thank him for coming on to talk about TON, talk about everything that, that's happening. If you guys missed it, replay the show. Sit back, enjoy yourself, and replay the show. You'll hear me throw a lot of F-bombs today, but that's only because we were having technical difficulties. Tomorrow, we're back with episode 660. We got a lot of different people coming on. We'll be talking about Iran, everything that's going on in Iran. We got a lot of things happening, and I'm happy for it. A lot more announcements coming. But I appreciate every single individual that shows up every single day. You guys continue to elevate me. You continue to elevate this brand, this show. And I thank you so much. I really do, man. I really appreciate it. If I wasn't getting shadow banned and shit like that on certain platforms, more people would see me, but it's okay. Eventually, the tapes make their way, man. They make their way out there and people see it and they start participating and joining into the conversations. I want to give a shout out to the moderators. The moderators are huge when it comes to making sure the conversation doesn't erupt in total chaos in the chats. Shout out to the moderators. My only quote today, or the only thing I can say really is, be good to each other. If you see somebody in crypto, see, here's the thing that I'll leave you with. If you see somebody on the timeline seeking help, like they want to participate in crypto and they're begging, they're in the comment section, they're posting about it. If you see somebody looking for help, help them out. That is the whole point of crypto. It's like, don't act like a centralized figure. Help out your fellow crypto person. Help them out. A normie comes in here, they're asking questions. Don't be sarcastic with them. You were once that person. Help them out. It's okay to help. It's absolutely fine to go ahead and help somebody out. Just helping one person a day. If I could just help one person, I'm good. I've done my zero. If you see somebody out there and they're just like begging, don't leave them on an island, man. I'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back. We have guests on. This entire week is packed. We'll have some good conversations. Make sure to tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell anybody you know about this show. Tell them about this show. Episode 659 was sponsored by Midnight. Shout out to Midnight. Privacy matters, man. Go check out Midnight. Hopefully we have Charles on later on this month. We talk and chop it up about Midnight a little bit more. Privacy talk, essential. The breakdown, episode 659. I'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.